千里之行，始于足下. A journey of 1,000 miles begins beneath the feet. We now gather in the Tao to travel the journey together. Welcome to Tao Talks with Derek Lin, where we delve deeply into the Daodejing by Lao Zi. I wanted to point to the beginning where this chapter talks about Tao produces one, etc. You follow the sequence where numerically it went from 0 to 1, from 1 to 2, and 2 to 3. And then lastly, 3 to myriad things, which in this context will be everything. And what I wanted to do last time was to showcase another way to describe the progression. And this other way is more associated with the I Ching, the Book of Changes. And if you recall, it looks like this. Wuji gives rise to Taiji. Taiji gives rise to the two aspects. The two aspects give rise to the four images. The four images give rise to Bagua. Now, a very legitimate question to ask about this particular rendition is, why are some of the terms here, like Wuji, Taiji, and Bagua, but then the other terms, like the two aspects, the four images, etc., they are translated by meaning rather than by phonetics? The reason is because Wuji, Taiji, Bagua have all made their way into the English language as Taoist jargon. So if you were to look up, as an example, Wikipedia entries on these terms, you will find them. However, you will not likely be able to find many references on what is Liang Yi, the two aspects, and Si Xiang, the four images. These are not well known. And if you wanted a translation, a rendition that is completely free of the specialized terms, you can look at the text in black that I have here. The oneness of the Tao emerges from limitless infinity. The complementary duality emerges from the ultimate oneness. The four images of the Tao emerge from the complementary duality. The 8 trigrams emerge from the 4 images. So overall, what this is depicting in numerical fashion is 0 to 1, same as the first line of chapter 42. And then from 1 to 2, again, following exactly as chapter 42. But then from line 3, it goes from 2 to 4, rather than 42, which is 2 to 3. And then in the fourth line, it goes from the 4 to the 8, rather than from the 3 to everything. So in this I Ching expression of the progression of universal creation from the Tao perspective, sometimes people will add one more line. And that one more line would be Bagua Ye Wen Wu, which means from Bagua, the 8 trigrams, they manifest as the myriad things. And this would be the closest match to the fourth line in the line 40 in chapter 42 of the Daodejing. So then let's go back to chapter 42 and see how we can compare. These are just different expressions of the same idea, from the few to the many. So when we look at the way that it is expressed in 42, in the beginning, from the 0 to the 1, 1 to the 2, 2 to the 3, 3 to the myriad of things, we find that it's actually a pretty good match to describe many processes known to science. So in this particular case, in this particular slide, I'm applying it to life itself, to the origin of life. It's a pretty good match for that. So 0 to 1 would be inorganic to organic, which is lifeless molecules, non-life to living things. And that's all about cell division, cellular reproduction, etc. And you see the symbology on the right-hand side here. And then duality follows. So unity, which is life, going into duality, the genders, that's about 1.2 billion years ago. And then from there, it really took off with biological reproduction, evolutionary changes, leading to what we actually see all around us today. So in the symbology, you'll see that the interplay of the yin and yang, leading to Bagua representing the myriad of things. And previously, of course, in the presentation before the last one, we also talked quite a bit about 42 being the ultimate answer to the question of life, the universe, and everything. So there's a lot of little details that went into that. It's all recorded in the meeting before the last one. Our meeting has come to an end, but the journey continues on. Let us travel safely. Until next time, may the Tao fill you with peace and happiness.